Don't play. Don't play. Because Lori really thinks she's the special one. She really does. Lori, I told her I was going to cut her off because she's making a lot of money right now. And I was going to cut her off, and she just started laughing. And then she said, well, and you're not going to speak to me anymore? I said, yeah, I'll still talk to you. She said, but not if you cut me off. So can't cut her off. So.
Have you noticed how Steve Harvey has suddenly been doing interview after interview, and somehow Lori's name keeps finding its way into the conversation? Every time he sits down in front of a podcast microphone, people feel like he is dropping major clues about her dating life. At this point, it is getting really hard to ignore. Rumors are now flying that Steve Harvey is completely frustrated with all the public attention surrounding Lori and her relationships. Some people even believe he has started putting a little distance between himself and the situation. According to the talk going around, Steve has admitted that watching Lori's dating life play out in public has not always been easy. Reports claim he has struggled to stay quiet while seeing choices that sparked endless headlines and debates. For a long time, he supposedly kept his thoughts to himself and avoided adding to the noise. Now, people think that may be changing.
It's hard, man. I ain't gonna lie, it's hard. I've had to swallow some things.
There's also speculation that Steve is no longer interested in constantly defending every headline connected to Lori. On top of that, some reports claim that Michael B. Jordan is not shocked by any of this. Since he previously dated Lori, many fans believe he could have a unique perspective on the situation. Still, these claims remain speculation and have not been confirmed. What makes people pay attention is the change they think they are seeing in Steve's approach. For years, whenever reporters brought up Lori's past relationships, he would usually brush off the questions with a simple, "I don't know nothing about that." Now, he seems much more willing to discuss the topic during interviews, and many viewers say the difference in his energy is impossible to miss. Fans have started paying close attention to Steve Harvey's reactions during interviews, and many believe those long pauses and forced smiles reveal more than he intends. Some viewers think the frustration that stayed behind closed doors for years is finally becoming visible. According to the rumors, Steve is tired of seeing family headlines turn into public discussion and controversy. Many people can understand why there might be pressure surrounding the situation. After all, Steve has spent decades building an image centered around family values, relationships, and personal responsibility. That reputation has become a huge part of his public identity. He is not just a television personality, he is also someone who built an entire brand around giving advice on dating and relationships. Steve famously wrote "Act Like a Lady, Think Like a Man," and has spoken countless times about what he believes healthy relationships should look like. More recently, when online discussions started connecting Lori to various rumors and headlines, Steve participated in interviews where he talked about teaching his sons to respect women and taking an active interest in the people his daughters date.
See, I gotta be real careful because Lori, boy, she be in my... I can't make no mistakes. I can't make sense. I saw one of her exes somewhere at a game somewhere, and I shook his hand. Boy, I can't even touch his no more. I better not acknowledge him or look at him or nothing no more. So I'm off limits. If you are ex, your is my ex too.
He has even explained that when a potential partner does not meet his expectations, he makes his opinion known and does not hesitate to set boundaries. Because of that, some people think the contrast between his public message and the headlines surrounding Lori has created an uncomfortable situation. Critics argue that every new viral story brings more attention to that disconnect. According to online speculation, this is where much of the reported frustration comes from. Fans who have watched his recent interviews believe there are subtle clues in the way he discusses Lori and her relationships. Many point to one particular conversation involving Michael B. Jordan, saying it stood out more than the others and sparked even more questions. A lot of people online have been saying that Steve Harvey seemed to be holding back his true feelings whenever Michael B. Jordan's name came up. Fans noticed his reactions and started speculating that he had been strongly supportive of that relationship. In their view, Michael was seen as a successful, established figure with a respected reputation and a stable career. Some reports even claimed that Steve viewed Michael B. Jordan as one of the more serious relationships Lori had been involved in over the years. According to various insiders and entertainment rumors, Steve allegedly hoped the relationship would last and possibly lead to something more permanent. These claims have never been officially confirmed, but they continue to circulate among fans and commentators. There was also speculation that certain past relationships had created tension and concern within the family. Because of that, some observers believed that Michael's presence helped improve public perception around Lori's dating life. Supporters of that view argued that his strong reputation in Hollywood brought a different level of attention compared to some of the headlines that came before. That is why some people believe the breakup was especially disappointing for Steve. According to online chatter, watching that relationship end only to see Lori later connected to other dating rumors left many fans wondering how he really felt about it all. Of course, Steve has never publicly criticized his daughter over these matters. Still, viewers continue to analyze every interview, every pause, and every reaction. Some say the body language, the deep sighs, and the careful way he answers questions make it seem like he has plenty to say, but chooses to remain respectful and keep those thoughts private. Basically, a lot of people are saying that what Steve Harvey does not say in interviews ends up speaking louder than the words he actually uses. Viewers have been studying his reactions closely, and some claim they can see signs of exhaustion whenever questions about Lori's dating life come up. When Steve mentioned having to swallow his pride, that comment immediately got people talking.
Keeping stuff to yourself and keeping it private and learning, when to talk and when not to talk.
After all, Steve built a career around giving advice and sharing strong opinions. He is known for speaking his mind, especially when it comes to relationships and personal choices. Because of that, many fans believe it must have taken a lot of restraint for him to stay quiet while headlines and rumors continued to follow his family. Some commentators even argue that his recent interviews suggest he is becoming less interested in avoiding the topic altogether. At the same time, the internet has spent years circulating all kinds of claims and theories about Lori's private life. Social media users regularly connect her name to rumors about wealthy celebrities, exclusive social circles, and luxury lifestyles. However, many of these stories remain unverified, and there is often little evidence behind the speculation. Blind items and gossip accounts have also fueled countless discussions over the years, leading to even more rumors spreading online. As a result, Lori has frequently found herself at the center of viral conversations, whether the claims are true or not. According to recent chatter, some people believe Steve Harvey has grown tired of watching his family become a constant topic for online jokes, debates, and speculation. While he continues to present a calm public image, fans are convinced that the pressure of seeing his family name dragged into endless internet discussions has started to show more than ever before. According to ongoing speculation, some people believe Steve Harvey has become more involved behind the scenes when it comes to family matters. Fans who follow these stories closely claim that his recent interviews give off the energy of a disappointed father trying to navigate a very public situation. At the same time, online chatter has been buzzing with rumors that Michael B. Jordan's circle is quietly watching all the headlines unfold and finding the situation ironic. Many commenters point out that Michael B. Jordan was once the subject of plenty of rumors himself during his relationship with Lori. Back then, social media was flooded with theories and claims about what may have caused their breakup. One of the biggest stories came from comments made by Lisa Ray, who is known to be a friend of Lori's mother, Marjorie. Her remarks quickly sparked debate across entertainment blogs and gossip pages. According to Lisa Ray's version of events, she did not believe the public explanation that the relationship ended because of different views about marriage. Instead, she suggested there were other factors involved.
But I think at the same time, she's young. I think the established relationship that Michael did have before this one, I think that maybe that social media, that all of that was a lot for him. And I think that he, I heard about his ex, and him was so serious that he may have missed her.
Those claims received a lot of attention online, but they were never publicly confirmed by Michael B. Jordan or Lori Harvey. Because of that, the rumors remained exactly that. Rumors. Now, with fresh headlines surrounding the Harvey family, some fans believe people connected to Michael may feel somewhat validated after seeing the spotlight shift elsewhere. Meanwhile, another rumor making the rounds online involves Steve and Lori's family relationship. It is worth noting that despite the speculation, there is no verified evidence that Steve has disowned Lori, and the claims remain part of internet gossip rather than confirmed fact. The story being pushed by some online commentators is that Steve Harvey feels the constant headlines surrounding Lori have created unwanted attention for the family name. According to this narrative, he is frustrated by the never-ending public discussions and believes they have overshadowed the image and reputation he spent decades building. It is important to note that these claims are based on speculation and have not been confirmed by Steve himself. For many observers, what makes the situation stand out is the belief that Steve has always gone above and beyond for Lori. Anyone who has followed the Harvey family over the years has probably noticed how close the two appear to be. Steve gave her his last name, publicly supported her, and often seemed proud of her accomplishments. Fans frequently pointed to the strong bond between them and the way he looked out for her whenever media attention intensified. Some reports have even claimed there were disagreements within the family over the amount of attention Lori received. According to entertainment gossip in unnamed sources, certain family members allegedly felt that Lori often ended up in the spotlight more than everyone else. Those stories have never been fully verified, but they have circulated for years and continue to spark conversation among fans. What many people find interesting is that despite all the rumors and criticism, Steve consistently defended Lori in public. Whenever questions came up about her dating life or personal choices, he usually avoided harsh criticism and chose to protect her privacy instead. That pattern led many fans to believe he was one of her biggest supporters. Now, however, some viewers think they're seeing signs of frustration in his recent interviews. They argue that after years of defending Lori against criticism, it may be becoming harder for him to ignore the constant headlines and social media discussions. Every new rumor seems to generate another wave of commentary, keeping the spotlight firmly on the family. Because Steve has built much of his public image around family, relationships, and personal values, some fans believe these ongoing stories carry extra weight for him. That has fueled speculation about tension behind the scenes. Even so, there is no confirmed evidence that Steve wants to cut ties with Lori or remove her from the family. Those claims remain part of online gossip, while the reality of their relationship is known only to the people directly involved. But here's where things get even more interesting. A lot of people are saying the real issue is not even Lori's dating history. They believe the bigger problem is the non-stop cycle of headlines that keeps dragging the Harvey name back into public debates. Every time one rumor fades away, another story seems to pop up and take over social media. That has led many fans to wonder whether Steve is exhausted from constantly being asked to respond to situations that have nothing to do with his own career. What makes the conversation even louder is that Steve has always been viewed as the family spokesperson. Whenever controversy starts trending, reporters and podcast hosts seem eager to get his reaction. Some viewers think he has spent years carrying that responsibility while trying to protect his family's privacy. Now, people are questioning whether he is finally reaching a point where he no longer wants to explain or defend every rumor making the rounds online. There is also growing speculation that Steve is focusing more on protecting his legacy than controlling anyone else's choices. Fans have pointed out that he rarely makes direct attacks or harsh comments. Instead, he tends to choose his words carefully and keep things respectful. That approach has only fueled more curiosity, with some people claiming that his silence says more than any statement ever could. Meanwhile, social media keeps turning every interview clip into a major discussion. A simple pause, a facial expression, or a short answer quickly becomes the center of endless theories. As a result, the rumors surrounding Steve and Lori continue to grow, even though very little has actually been confirmed by either of them. At the end of the day, a lot of these stories are still based on rumors, speculation, and people trying to read between the lines of interviews and public appearances. While fans continue debating whether Steve Harvey has finally reached his limit with all the headlines surrounding Lori, neither Steve nor Lori has confirmed many of the claims that have been spreading online. Still, the conversation does not seem to be slowing down anytime soon, and every new interview only adds more questions to the mix. What is clear is that people remain fascinated by the Harvey family and the constant attention surrounding their lives. Whether there's real tension behind the scenes or whether the internet is simply connecting dots that are not there, everyone seems to have an opinion on the situation. Chill, let me know what your thoughts are on Steve allegedly reaching the breaking point in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. Also, do not forget to drop a comment and join the conversation. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more updates on the latest celebrity news and entertainment stories.